Hi, this is Olly, and I decided to create an English version of one of my videos about the Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes because I think this is important. Important because a lot of us playing this game without any money, so every single tip would count. Okay, let's start our list, and the first tip is use the journey guide and favorite mark. What even is these? Well, if you go inside the character and the right top section, there will be a mark, a flag mark, which you push it, this character became favorite, or you can push it again and lost it favorite mark. But this is a very nice thing because all of our favorite characters come on the top of our list, so we don't have to find it, and I really find this very useful. Okay, and the other mark, yes, when you mark a journey for a character, I marked Lord Vader, as you can see, and this character section has tabs like squads, ships, and got a tab which is journey guide. If you push it, it gathers all of the characters you need to that specific target. Like I get all of the Lord Vader requirements. Okay, there is a ship section, don't forget it, so there may be some ships you need to get that specific character. Okay, but this is a very useful thing because I don't have to find every single guy in the character section. This is crazy. Okay, let's see our next tip. Yes, I think this is the most important tip which I can give you. If you think about it and decide what kind of character you need, and start with the journey and go forward and do it all the way. Because if you halfway decide to go another direction, this is the worst decision you can make. Because if you always change your direction, in the end of the day you will get nothing. So think, do it, that's it. Not a very hard thing to do. Like I decided as free player to get Lord Vader. What a terrible decision, but I will go with it. This Lord Vader is so expensive as a free player, crazy. Okay, let's see our next tip. The third tip. Every day farm 1, 2 or 3 normal character shard and exactly 1 fleet shard. This is my tip. Every other energy you get, invest it to gear. Mostly these days Cairo, or I don't know. Because don't over farm the characters and fleet, because there's just no reason to do it. Okay, let's see our next tip. Farm accelerated characters if possible. Not too long ago they created this accelerated thing. As you can see, this Omega in the fleet section is already accelerated. These 2 marks it. That means if I got 1 Omega, I got another Omega. And of course, if I got a 9 sister, I got another 9 sister. As you can see, the Inquisitors are starting to get accelerated. So this is a great opportunity to farm them. And for the new characters, well, I will wait another year. I have time, if nothing else. Next tip, gather speed mods. Well, this is a terrible thing in the game. Everybody try to go to the speed mods. Well, the truth is, I think that's because the top player are doing it, and the CG is reacting it, and every single challenge we got into our face will use more and more speed. Good example, the Conquest. Some of the challenges are even faster than my Ray, which is my fastest character the whole bunch. So this is crazy. So, and how you get speed was very simple. About half a year ago, I decided I will not keep any mod which is not contain speed somewhere. And I got a lot of characters that got speed on them. They get all have speeds, and I got almost 500 unassigned mod, and they all contain speed. And why this is so much? Because if you got a lot of mods, you may find some better than the others, right? Okay, let's see our next tip. Mod challenges are better now. Very important game changes about a few months ago. There was a real update. They not really highlighted it, but I think this is very important. The mod challenges and every single challenge in it, like this crit chance, has a tier 3 challenge, and if you buy some of the boxes from here, you cannot get 4-star or 3-star mods as earlier. So this is a very nice thing. Every single mod which you get will get 5 stars. Thank you. Great change. Okay, next tip. Do not hesitate to sell weak mods. This is important, because I sometimes hesitate, maybe I should keep this or that mod, maybe it will better later. I say there is no later. These mods are already sold, believe me, because this is a blue mod, so technically speaking already upgraded twice, and this is not counting at least 8 speed on it. Thank you. I will sell it all. And this is my next tip. If a blue mod not contain, upgraded blue mod not contain at least 8 speed, sell all of them, because this is not a good mod. Because, and why the blue mod? Very simple. Because this is cheap, relatively cheap. This is needed only money and 15 first and 15 second mod part, which is not so expensive and later on. Okay, let's see our next tip. Defense and speed is stupid. Well, as I go through the games, believe it or not, I got a lot of mods which has a primary ability is as defense. And if you can see my entire list, you can see at least I think I have at least 100 of them. And why? Because they are not fit anywhere. I just find another fittable mod with that specific space, and bam, I end up a lot of defense, primary defense mod. Do not buy it, because this is just a stupid thing. Let's see our next tip. Invest some crystal to Datacron on the Conquest. What does that mean? As you can see, every conquest level and node is a nice place to farm Datacron parts. And if you farm them, invest in some crystals. I usually buy 250 crystal on every day when the conquest is going on, and this is the result, most of result. As you can see, the yellow mods, okay, this is obsoleted now, but this is an earlier photo, sorry. So this yellow has a level 8 plus Datacrons, 4 of them, and in the blue section I already got 6 of them. Because this business is growing, because I invested in that, because we got a refund, and this is a very nice thing. Because some of the players is not interested, so as a free player I grabbed the opportunity to cut the rest and catch up a little, okay? Next, build your Datacrons to level 8. Why level 8? Well, it is easy. The level 1, level 2, level 4, 5, 7 and 8, these are abilities which every single character will get in your entire squad, regardless of dark side, light side, whatever. So, okay, all of the squad members have to be relic 5, okay, but these are the norms these days. So I got 10 relic 8 plus mod, and I think I use some more. Please give us more, so because I got a lot of relic 5 squad. Okay, let's see our next tip. Yes, this is a little problematic was last time, because they made a mistake and don't put the conquest reward the next generation of Datacrons, but normally I recommend dismantle your Datacron before the refound, because you can immediately start the new series. And if you have a lot of Datacrons, I really recommend to dismantle before the refund, because the Datacrons has a cap limit. Your money, Datacron money, cannot go higher than 30 million. And one other thing, they put a dismantle button in the Datacron section, and there is a good reason for it, because earlier you have to go inside every single Datacron and then dismantle from inside, and this is a problematic when I farm too much boxes, because the boxes and the money will come from the level 1 position from the conquest, and I just filled my cap, because there is a cap how many Datacron boxes you can have. So I reached it last time, so I have to have ability to dismantle a lot of Datacron box at once. Even the empty boxes are dismantleable, so you get 5 MK1 parts from it. Okay, let's see our next tip. Yes, I know this is a questionable thing, and I know a lot of you not agree with me, but think about before you choose the difficulty level on conquest pack, because the mainstream is, if you go higher, you can go a higher difficulty, then go for it, because the reward rate is better, will be better. Surely you can get more conquest character shard from it. But as you can see, as a free player, maybe the conquest character shard not that important for me than other things like MK12 gold parts or data crons, because 90% or 95% of my datacron parts came from the conquest. So I really have to be sure I will able to go through all of the conquest, all of the levels, because if I stuck in the third or fourth level, I cannot build higher datacrons because I can't reach the node where can I farm it. So sorry about that, but I stay with the normal. I long ago able to go to hard, but I think I will not do it at all. Yes, another important tip: do not spend your shop's currency mindlessly. What does this even mean? There are a lot of shops in the game, and mostly they got separated currency for it, right? Like this shard shop has shard money, shard token, I think. Yes, what I mean not spend mindlessly. Well, if you think this part maybe needed about 2 months later, then I will not buy this part. But if I think this will be needed next week or even tomorrow, I will buy it. This is it. Do not plan too much forward and buy the very much necessary things from the every single shop. Alright? Okay, we go to the relic section. Well, the carbonate circuit board is a very important relic thing, because this is the first relic part, and which you can buy from the scavenger, of course, mostly. And where can you find when you lost out? Well, there is a node in the light side battle, normal light side battle, and 1D position. You get a lot of parts which exactly what you need to convert into carbonate circuit board. You can farm your spare normal energy about 100 in a day, so this could be not big problem. Okay, let's see our next one, chromium transistor. This is the third part which needed to the relics. You can buy it from the scavenger, of course. And which gear part we need for this? In the guild activity shop there is a part called MK7 Blastech weapon mod. The MK6 or MK5 is not good, only the 7. This specific MK7 gear can be converted with 150 points worth. So I buy these when it's hop up in the guild activity section, and I don't have any problem with chromium transistor anymore. Let's see our next tip. Yes, the aurorium heatsink. This is the fourth relic part which you can buy from the scavenger. Yes, and for this you have to, same guild activity shop, you have to buy holo projector salvage, MK3 holo projector salvage. And the tip is, do not convert directly, instead push a long click here, this is a pack version of the holo projector. So this is the holo projector, this is the holo projector SWG. So if you click a long click on it, menu hop in and you can transfer it the parts to a hole, and this hole is worth 2.5 times more than the original parts. So this is the tip, pack it and then convert it. Okay, let's see our next tip, electrium conductor tip. Okay, this is my tip, I didn't heard from anywhere. So as you can see, there are 4 MK12 parts. You can convert it to electrium conductor, which is needed to relic 6 or higher, and always you always need 20 of it for every off-grid. Okay, and the tip is, look at these. This is 4 normal parts, this is 4 packed parts. But what are these? These are the super packed parts. So technically speaking, you can super pack these main MK12 things into a higher pack. These packs are normally needed to when you upgrade your character from gear 12 to gear 13. These parts goes to the left section, right? But these are much more valuable than the normal parts from it, because this is contain only 30 of these. This 30 of these. This contains 30 of this, and 40 other worthless part. So my tip is pack it to the super pack, then convert it, and one black mean 13 whole electrium conductor point. Thank you. Too bad the higher relic part has no such a possibility. Okay, let's see the next tip. There is no other way. You have to learn which gear part you can convert and which you cannot. It's very important. Do not convert gear part which you have to use in a gear section when you try to gear up your character, because if you spend here necessary gear, you stop. Okay, next, convert your ally points. Well, what am I mean? So this is got the dirty part of my video. Let's see. They created an ally point called ally point. Every battle gives you a ally point, and we just gather these and gather these, 100,000, 200,000, 300,000, and so on. So the CGs decided to give me something. So they created some deals here and there, and you can buy for 20,000, 50,000 something. Yes? And even worse, they created in the data crunch shop, you can buy something for 100,000 ally point. Well, I almost said something, so don't do it, okay? Buy this Bronzium data card, click on them, or find something to click instead of you, because this has value. Don't drop it, this value. Okay, thank you. Let's see our next tip. Yes, I mentioned earlier, I used the conquest in a lower difficulty as I able to. So every conquest token I buy SWGoH price for it. And which part I truly recommend? Well, these three, because these three are very nicely able to convert into the embedder card, which is needed to Relic 7. And which are these: the holo projector, the I don't know what kind of key, and the thermodetonator. These are the three MK12 things you can buy. You can buy 30 of it when you doing the conquest, because later on the conquest shop, the normal conquest shop, is not contain any MK12 gear parts. It should be available only inside the conquest shops. Okay, let's see our next tip. Yes, 2 events tip. The first tip, try to maximize your score on the Galactic Challenge. We got every 3 or 4 days, we got other Galactic Challenge in the event section. And okay, the red crate is great, okay, but this gives you 2 Omicrons. But if you only able to 1 crate earlier, this gives you 2 Omicrons as well. So if you can't able to maximize it, don't drop the whole thing. Try some earlier difficulties and try to maximize your points, because it's worth it. You able to get Omicrons from it. Next tip, Assault Battle. Assault Battle is very important game. These events, usually I think about 6 of them came in the game in every month. So if you're able to achieve the challenge tier 1, you get 20 free Kairos. This is important. If you cannot reach the challenge tier 1 yet, choose one of the squad and improve it until you get the challenge tier 1, because it's here that you can get some Kairos, free Kairos. Thank you. Challenge tier 3 are nice, but this is the important part, I think. Next, outside help. Use this database. As you can see, I really like this site. There are a lot of information here. I find new things in every day, and what I really use for this site, when I suddenly got a new character like a Galactic Legend or Conquest character, something like this, I just got a 7-star guy. Suddenly I should prepare for it, because I able to look inside what kind of gear I need to maximize it immediately to relic level. So this is a very nice place where you can find such information and other things, a lot of things, so characters, squad counter and so on. So go use it, because this is a very nice site. And the other, this is a new thing. The SWG's created an outside store for the game. So you should buy something in a browser. You don't have to go inside the Android to buy something. But okay, they pushing it this kind of shop, but I don't care. What I really care as a free player, they gives us a chest which is contain 100 random energy every single day. And thank you. I will buy it. Okay? I will not buy anything else, but I buy a free chest for 100 random energy. Thank you. And they pushing this really. So in the later they put another free calendar here, so with free Kairos. This is just a spoiler, so go for it. Only things to know: don't try to log inside the game and in the browser in this site web shop at the same time, because you get some error. You have to have only one logon at the time. Okay, these were our tips. I hope I helped somebody. And if you got some question or you get some more tips, you can find me in the comment section. And as always, thank you for watching.